All right, afternoon session, game 2 is set to get underway here at the Powerchair National Football Championships. Melbourne City taking on Western Sydney Wanderers. James Coughlin back in the commentary booth, and we've just had a debate over the co-commentator as well. We've got Matt Mallows here, and looks like he's taken the headset for this match. You've got Chris watching on, and I hope there won't be too much heckling from Chris as this first half goes on about the broadcast team.
I'll give it over at half-time if you want, Chris.
All right.
All good. Sorry, Chris.
All right, well, we are all good to go either way in this fascinating clash between Melbourne City, who will be going from left to right on your screen, Wanderers right to left. And, well, Matt, in terms of key players, it's hard to look past Zach Dickey.
Yeah, he's been absolutely outstanding all tournament for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Pretty much all of their ball movement is going through him, and he's just setting up goals on a platter at will for the rest of his team.
And in terms of final standings, because this is the final day of pool play, we've got the classification matches tomorrow. Can you run us through what's on the line for both of these teams?
So I believe Western Sydney Wanderers have already locked in first place, regardless of the result here. But Melbourne City will be looking to win this game because I believe they can still get second place with a win here, and they'll be looking to be in that top two so that they can make the quarterfinals.
Yeah, this is where I point out I'm the commentator. I don't really do maths, so I just have to let this all unfold as it plays out. And we've got Melbourne City to go on the attack as Evans is watched closely by Dickey in the centre of the court as Evans knocks it forward, able to find Mott. And 2-on-1. Against Melbourne City, Dickey quick to get onto the loose ball and prepare the passes. He's just issuing some instructions to his teammates. Sometimes it is almost like watching Nelson Muntz in that Simpsons episode where he's saying, "Go long, go long." I'll do it myself.
Yeah, Dickey he's running the show here. And it looks like he loves doing it. So nice and loud, giving a bit of lip to the opposition players.
I don't know if anyone's enjoying himself more this weekend than Zach. I know it's close up here in the commentary booth, but yeah, Zach Dickey certainly looks like he's enjoying his time here at the club championships. And the 2-on-1 call against Mott and Evans going the way of the Wanderers. Dickey taking the rebound off Mott. Advantage for the Wanderers. Now Dickey just positioning himself as he's afforded plenty of space as Kite is waiting for the pass, or as Dickey will just saunter forward towards the near post, and now off the spin as it bounced off the two Melbourne City players, and it looks like we might have a loose card on the back of Luke David's chair, potentially.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the referees have picked up on that.
Well, I'll stop talking about it then.
It's just kind of flopping around. I see what you mean. I'm sure someone will fix that at some point.
We did have chair issues for Brandon Stroud in the last game as well. He missed pretty much the entire first half and only played 6 minutes in the second as St George fell 1-0 to Strikers. Mott and Dickey battling for the ball on that far side. Reyes is waiting at the top of the box, or will Dickey decide to go himself? He's got a pair of City players right there waiting for him with David and Evans. And Dickey colliding with Evans, but City still moving forward as Evans just tries to work around.
Yeah, beautiful play here by Melbourne, just working their way up the field.
And off the spin, and Dickey across well in cover.
think they've won a corner here.
It certainly appears to be the case. Oh, that's what everyone was setting up for, although the officials decided the last touch came off Melbourne City, so Wanderers now with a chance to enjoy a spell of possession, but just got to go back to that run that was made by Rebecca Evans. Evans to take, just sizing up the options. Sean Millett was the target for that pass, but the Wanderers getting it back. And Dickey, we might just need to get him mic'd up while he's playing as well. I feel like that would just make our job so much easier as he goes into the box.
Honestly, I don't think he needs a microphone with the amount of how loud he is.
Trying to send it back across the face of the goal. It was blocked away by City, and Mott unable to keep that one in.
Yeah, well won there from Ben Keat. Just saw that Mott was a little out of position, just nudges it out off his chair.
Non-stop energy coming from the Wanderers. Number 11 has launched that one across. Oh, an unfortunate deflection and almost an own goal against Mott.
Yeah, very lucky there that the defence was switched on. Just got the corner of his chair to that ball, and
I believe it was Luke David with the last block, the decisive touch as it were.
Yeah, really lucky Melbourne City didn't concede there.
And like just by the hand signals, that might have been spinning?
Yeah, so I think they've called that Sean Millett spun dangerously while Zach Dickey was in his proximity.
Dickey just taking his time, surveying what's in front of him, and second attempt, he'll just pump it goalwards, get the follow-up. And the 2-on-1 goes against the Wanderers.
Yeah, Ben Keat and Zach Dickey just got a little bit too close there.
Still waiting for that first breakthrough, and chance a couple of minutes ago for Western Sydney is as close as we've gone so far. I suppose if you're the Wanderers, just want to play spoiler a little bit this afternoon with nothing really.
Yeah, well, Wanderers have, well, nothing to lose, and Melbourne have everything to gain, basically.
Certainly looks like Wanderers aren't necessarily going to let Melbourne City go over, and we'll let Melbourne City just have it easy this afternoon, which I think some of the other teams in the pool might be very pleased with.
Yeah, I've heard different people from different teams trying to figure out what scores need to happen for movements on the ladder.
Certain outcomes, and it's funny at this time of the tournament, you're almost thinking now, how does the maths work out? What could have happened as Taylor blocks it away, and all that was Mott lurking for the rebound, but the touch was able to just evade the Melbourne City number 3. Dickey with contact on his own goalkeeper, but called play on, and Dickey winning the decision.
Yeah, well worked there from Dickey to win his side the ball.
Evans, the decisive spins into Dickey.
Yeah, she's pretty well known for those spins.
Generates so much power in those. And something that stood out this week as well is just how quickly the ball can travel when clean contact is made.
Oh yeah, they can really get up to speed if you hit that ball properly.
And change coming up now for Western Sydney as Keat steps away, and we'll have a breather. Reyes on. There's Reyes making the pass. The 2-on-1.
No, I believe that they've called that the ball wasn't rolling. I'm not sure. Oh, yep.
They have.
Yeah, there was a 2 there, but I think they've called that the ball wasn't rolling before the 2's been.
It's one of those times where the depth perception perhaps might have undone us there with the 2 arms up in the air. And
yeah, it's a bit hard to see how many fingers are in the air from about 40 metres away.
I thought I was just getting old with my eyesight. Webb out for Reyes, off the spin, can't find a way through David. I'm just curious, Matt, to get your opinion on this. At this point of the tournament, could be on there for Reyes. Can Webb get to it at the back post? Just go back to my question now. And just say, so at this point of the tournament, day 4, players have been playing a fair bit, and it's been the common theme on how draining these games can be with the amount of concentration required. How much is fatigue a factor by this stage?
Well, it depends from player to player. I know personally I don't get physically tired, but when you're playing, 40 minutes non-stop, day after day, it can be really mentally draining, more so than physically.
Especially with the way the draws work, these teams, everyone I think has had 2 games in a day at least once.
Yes, so this side of the draw, I believe, we've also had a bye.
Okay.
So some of these teams have played 2 games a day, and some have had a day's break. Whereas the other draw, every team played at least 1 game a day. But yeah, I personally like when we play more than 2 games in a day, because I just like
playing.
Yeah, I just like playing. But
well, I feel like that's a good sign, though. You're enjoying what you do.
Absolutely. But yeah, a lot of players for certain teams do get, physically and mentally tired. Especially like the younger kids, it's really hard to stay focused mentally for 40 minutes.
Especially also, I was talking with Josh about this in the last game as well, as the fact that temperature's been a little bit hotter than expected, I think.
Yeah, I'm loving it up here. It is fantastic weather.
Well, you were in a hoodie on Tuesday.
I was wearing a hoodie yesterday. Yeah, I can finally actually not wear 3 layers of clothing like I normally would be. Because we play in winter. So it's about 19 degrees outside most of the time.
Yes, well, summer has come early, and it's certainly been Well, it's been a nice to have some clear skies outside as well, but it does make for just an added factor for the players to deal with down on the court because we do have the ventilation here at Nissan Arena, but I mean, not much you can do when it's pushing 30, well, it's topping 30 degrees.
Yeah, exactly. I heard it's going to be 35 either tomorrow or Saturday. So a lot of teams will have to make sure, particularly that their chairs don't overheat. I've seen plenty of tournaments where it, reaches those high 30s outside. The batteries and the motors on the chairs start to go a little bit. The chairs start, moving a bit slower, reacting a bit slower. So something that teams are going to have to be mindful of over the next couple of days. Just making sure everyone's chairs are in order.
Melbourne City, for a second there, it looked like they were pushing everybody forward as David with the last touch and the spinning foul is against David. And for a second I thought Dickie was screaming no, but it was actually a let's go.
Yeah.
He loved that call.
I think he loves any call, that whether it favours his team or not. He just is yelling at everything and anything whenever he feels like it.
A vivacious personality, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
So we've got about 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Still scoreless between Melbourne City and Western Sydney Wanderers as the final day of pool play rolls on.
It's been a very close game so far.
We have, and well, again, this is coming with the massive caveat of if our commentator maths is correct, which is no sure thing, but this isn't the worst outcome for either side, really. Western Sydney, they just get through this game, and Melbourne City, they avoid putting themselves in a position where they might be losing ladder position.
Yeah, I think Wanderers will basically just be making sure that no one's chairs die, because I think mathematically they cannot lose first place, because a lot of other results went their way. Well, a lot of draws in this pool, which I was surprised about. Whereas I think Wanderers have won 4 from 4 at the moment.
I believe you're right on that.
Maybe it's 3 from 3. I don't remember. My pool, we have all played 5 games, but I think they're one game. I think they all play one game less because there's one less player, one less team.
The uneven.
That sounds about right.
Yes.
Yeah. So they've won 3 from 3. I should be able to do this. I have a maths degree, so. Oh well.
I've got film and TV and journalism, so I'm not going to be much help when it comes to numbers.
Best I can do at the moment is read the numbers on the back of the chairs.
Well, it's ticking towards half-time.
Bit of a miss hit there from Beck Evans.
Dickie driving forward, watched by Evans as he searches for a way around. Possibly a clear-cut scoring chance for the Wanderers. And there was a coming together of chairs there. No movement from our referee, so...
Yeah, I think that was just all guard on guard.
Entirely possible. And the chance is there at the back post, and it's Reyes with a perfectly placed setup pass from Dickie, and Reyes finally has a breakthrough in the final 2 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, Melbourne City will not be happy with that. That is probably going to be the last kick of the half that they've conceded a goal with. And Wanderers, with that, will probably have all the momentum going into the second half. Beautiful finish there from Reyes, split the defence.
And it feels like the instinct when that pass comes across would be to try and just power it through to the near post, but instead he went for the finesse to the far one.
Yeah, it was really nicely worked. saw that the defenders were a little far apart, went for the gap, slotted it perfectly.
Goes as it's punched back across by Millett and over the sideline. I suppose it was inevitable that Dickey would have a hand in that setup for the first goal.
I'd be surprised if there is a goal he hasn't had a hand in for the Western Sydney Wanderers.
Well, here he is on the ball again. You see goal scorer Reyes.
Yeah,
Dickey and David battling for the ball on the far side as...
Oh.
And that will be the end of the first half as Western Sydney with the late breakthrough. Themselves a 1-0 lead, and Matt, that was tense.
Yeah, very close half football there, but I think Wanderers just making the most of their chances, while Melbourne City not necessarily looking rusty, but they're just not quite building as much momentum as they would like, not really piling on the pressure the way that the Wanderers have been.
And we'll see what the second 20 minutes have in store for us. We'll be back with the second half in just a minute. We are ready for the second half between Melbourne City and Western Sydney Wanderers. And we've had a substitution up here in the commentary spot. And I'm pleased to be joined by Chris Turnbull for the second half. Chris, should be fun.
It should be, yes. So, I always enjoy watching Melbourne City play, and Zach Dickey for the Wanderers is always a fun, exciting machine.
I was saying in the first half, we may as well just put a mic on him and just let him run the broadcast for one of these matches, because I think he's been talking pretty much for the entire match.
It started out, I don't think you even need to put a mic on him, just use the ambient one.
Well, there were some pretty clear and audible cheers when decisions went Western Sydney's way, and Dickey did set up the only goal of the match thus far, which was scored by Jonathan Reyes in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, it's very... not around the Melbourne City block and put it through. I got a terrible pun in so early. I'm glad.
Why not?
I'm glad.
See, again, this is why I like doing these games with you. We operate on the same wavelength. And just off to our right as well, Matt, who was with me for the first half. We can see him running through the results and the possible scenarios for this group.
Yeah, there's, well, I think Wanderers are throwing clear up the top, no matter what.
They are, and they can...
Then they can knock out Melbourne City if they want to.
And based on this scoreboard, I would say that is certainly what they appear to be aiming for.
Yeah. I think that'll go down with goal difference in Pool B. I don't think that was quite what Beck had in mind.
No, which has still been very heavily involved. Beck Evans as the fulcrum for Melbourne City.
Yeah, so he is one of Australia's best players. And she'll be enjoying this match up against one of USA's top players. Trying to get around. Is that Dickey?
Which is not the easiest of tasks, as
No, he's
Dickey now playing it off Mott for the restart, just on the Wanderers side of halfway.
Wanderers is very content to pump it clear.
Well, you weren't kidding about Dickey being, I think, the loudest player in the competition as well.
Very enthusiastic about his team's chances there. Well. Always letting the phone call at the worst possible times.
Goes Webb to take.
There's that. Other Sean dropping the ball.
Sean Mott and Sean Millett. 3 and 4 for Melbourne City.
Ooh, and that's off Sean Miller. Or Malay if you're feeling fancy.
Well played.
Yeah. Oh, well cut off there. Couldn't keep it in. And very good, I don't know.
So Dickey set to restart play as
Got tired of receiving the ball, thought he'd hit it. And unable to keep that in, trying to find Steve Webb down the sideline.
got one more match coming your way this afternoon. Actually, no, I beg your pardon, this is it for this afternoon. That's right.
I thought you were surprising me there. I'm like, oh, no, we don't.
No, I'm just reading the wrong day on the draw, which...
Yes. It is early finish today. Other days finished at 5, 6 o'clock. That's a corner for the Wanderers.
Chance to enjoy late night shopping up the road for some, as I think Josh is already on the way.
Yes, he does enjoy his shopping, young Josh. Of course.
Come on. We've got a busy day of action tomorrow. We've got the placement game, starting with A1 and B1 from 10 a.m.
Which is the major semi-final.
Major semi-final, yes. And then action pretty much running through to the semi-final at 5 p.m. And then grand finals on Saturday, which will be well worth tuning in for. And Evans across.
I think it'll be a very good match this year. Some very good play all week. And then Andy Waite just happy to let that run out for a goal kick. Almost had to do something.
I think the Wanderers game I did earlier in the week, he had the best seat in the house.
Yes, I know.
Well, was that the game I did with you, potentially?
I don't think so, but I did a Wanderers game yesterday, and yeah, he didn't do much.
Well, certainly easy to spot.
Yeah.
Andy Waite.
Yeah, he got his first touch of the ball.
So he gets on the stat sheet. That's the important thing, is Dickey just with a... Right, look at the assistant as he and Mott just bat it back and forth, and Dickey finally breaks free, and Evans flies across to stop him in his tracks.
Trying to get it back over to Sean, didn't quite get hold of it. Well done by Bet, just letting the ball away from Tricky Dickey.
I'm curious, is that a self-appointed nickname, or is it...
He probably doesn't even know I call him that.
Well, if he goes back and watches the replays, he certainly might find out.
Yes, if he's watching it now, he will.
Okay, I know he's a confident player, but I'm not sure he's quite up to watching himself play while playing.
No, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, I think you're right.
Speaking of putting it past him, I know Brett's trying to put the ball past Ditley at the moment. Just trying to work it into a good spot to get the pass out. There they are.
12 minutes to play and a great save by Waite, and well, you can't say he hasn't had anything to do anymore.
That's in it altered. You can sit there for 39 minutes and another minute you just got to come out and pull out a miracle.
It's the tough part of being a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
No matter what version of football you're playing, it's power chair, 11, futsal, and goalkeepers are always having to be on guard, even when it looks like they might be.
Really?
Hold on, in the.
I think there's giving away a free kick here in a dangerous position. Just contact on the guards. Or a Western Sydney handshake.
Question becomes, what does Luke David want to do from this free kick? It's a direct one, and it's been by once. Take the shot again, and it's cleared off the line by.
Didn't that positioned for recycle. Ditley looking for a quick one, decides against. Now just wants Bob to give him a short one.
Ooh, loose touch. Could open up a chance for Melbourne City as comes over.
Possibly the wrong decision there. He had Sean Millett open on the far side.
Evans trying to lay it out to this near sideline off.
Bit of confusion.
As soon as that whistle went, both the City players knew that they were getting pinged.
You know straight away. You do. Even before the ref blows it, they're like, I shouldn't be here.
It's like the striker who starts half a metre offside and...
Yeah. Hope they don't see it, but we know that they do.
I think much to the joy of many people. No VAR here.
Yes. It'd be a very long game if there was. They did try VAR in power chair football in Europe. Varying degrees of success, as you would you believe?
You know what? I would believe that.
Sean Mott just turned Ditley around.
Dickey able to recover well.
Yes, and balls come out and Wanderers hit it.
And with 9 minutes to play here, it is still Western Sydney up 1-0 courtesy of Jonathan Reyes.
I'm able to control that one a bit more than the last one.
Dickey just marshalling Evans toward the sideline, but Evans attempted to knock it inside, but Dickey still there, proving to be a real headache for Beck Evans, and a great pass up the sideline, and the touch just unable to be brought under control by Mott.
Yeah. So I thought if you were to just change direction like that and shake to that one way and then flip it the other, it's always dangerous. Always, usually that's through. Because the receiver has to expect it. So Melbourne City having all 4 players up in the opposition third, basically. Beck Evans missing, Luke David able to gather the ball. Trying to take it down to the corner with a bat. And wins a throw-in. Hit in. Could in, I don't know what they're called, I should know.
So we've got 7.5 minutes remaining in the second half.
He's had to be very enthusiastic about winning that free kick downfield.
And he will take this free kick, Dickey. Clock ticks by 7 minutes left. And the ball is adjudged to have been kept in by Keith, the Wanderers captain, and now goes sitting down the other end, and Waite just put himself in between the two Melbourne City players as the threat is not gone just yet. Evans forward for Dickey, and
Diddley just stopping the ball, stopping the motion, and just forcing Evans to come out to him to try and work the ball free, and just stopping. Melbourne's main advantage is their passing.
Just maintaining that control as Evans goes to the corner and able to find David across, and Waite there to take it away from Millett. And Dickey now moving away from David into the Melbourne City half.
Melbourne City goalkeeper only just heading back into their half.
It's almost like it's a basketball full court press, which seems appropriate given the venue.
At this point in time, yeah, it would.
Last touch off Evans, and out it goes for a Wanderers restart.
Think about it, your goalkeeper is 25% of the valuable players in the squad, so being able to shift them forward is a huge advantage if you can do it.
It's just all about having that confidence to know when to push back, whereas the Wanderers have left Andy Waite back for appearance the whole time, and it could be trouble for Dickey, but Waite was...
Oh, that's just going safety first. With Waite having the 1 goal advantage, there's no need to push him upfield.
And contrasting approaches from both of these teams as Mott tries to get the ball away from Dickey into space so that he can...
Dickey very content to just keep it there.
Well, I think if he can do it for the next 4 minutes and 50 seconds, that would have been more than fine for the...
The Wanderers.
I say for the boisterous American, and
yes,
he just lived up to that moniker.
Yep. Very enthusiastic of them.
Well, he knows it's the last pool game before everything kicks up a notch come finals time over the next 2 days.
Sean Mott just trying to urge his chair to go faster than it's programmed to.
That's what the testing's for before the game.
That is.
Just like my computer at home, sometimes yelling at it doesn't make it go any faster.
No, but it makes you feel better.
Exactly. Dickey will get by 1, but Evans is there to take it back into the Wanderers half as Dickey able to... Well, it's just still a back and forth battle between Dickey and Evans. Those two have been going at it for 37 minutes now.
Yeah, just really not that away from each other. And still at it, those two.
The two key players as Evans finally finding space. Will she...
Wants to not go too close to Sean Mott, who's caught down in the corner.
Millett in the other corner. Both players just waiting to see what Beck Evans will be able to do. And at the moment, it's engaging a bit of a stalemate with Dickey.
Well, now Luke David's come up in support. If Beck has to hit it backwards, he's there.
If Wanderers are going to concede the equaliser, it'll likely be through the play of Evans.
Was
And Wait, late on the contact, and
coming out, going for a run up the middle.
Dickey just there as the safety net at the back, and Waite pushing forward. It's 3-on-2 now for.
And there's pin in Melbourne right down there then.
It is. We've got under 2 minutes remaining now as Dickey just trying to spur his team on to the full-time whistle. Oh, just a bit late on the spin was Mott.
I don't have too many more opportunities.
His time continues to tick off, although again if the maths of myself and Matt is accurate, then this is not the worst case scenario for either of these teams. Well,
no,
sure.
I think Melbourne City are still second in the group on goal difference.
So just looking for Matt for confirmation, and he's gone over to the other side of the court.
Good on him, he's very supportive. Our mathematician.
Time will be almost up. The Wanderers just happy to play it out as Dickey just gets away from Mott, and the City press pushing very high up the court.
Can't be too much longer here, surely.
Keep an eye on the referee for the final whistle.
And Zach Diddley is very content to just have it sit there between him and Luke David. And Luke David is trying to get it across the line any means necessary at this point.
He's just got to force it between whatever minute space is available between Waite and Dickey, and a couple of attempted clearances from Webb as that one
didn't
gone over the sideline.
Get it in time.
And that might be the end of Melbourne City's chances here.
Yeah, I think time might have just gotten away from them. Yeah.
And that is the final action from day 4 of the Power Chair Football Club Championships here at Nissan Arena. It ends Western Sydney Wanderers 1, courtesy of a goal from Jonathan Reyes just before half-time. Well, Chris, that's going to be it for today, and that's going to be my involvement this week done. So I just wanted to take a quick moment and say thank you very much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. And
pleasure to have you here.